Let's talk about Herman Melville's Moby Dick. And look, this is so much more than just a story about a big whale. It's a plunge into the deep end of obsession, the search for meaning, and our place in a universe that, frankly, might not care about us at all. So let's get into it and explore what makes this novel so powerful and, yeah, so terrifying. Right out of the gate, our narrator, Ishmael, hits us with this. And man, does that question cut deep. It tells you immediately this isn't just some fun sea adventure. It's a philosophical journey. He's basically saying, look around. We're all chained to something, aren't we? And that question is really the engine of the whole story. I mean, think about it. What pushes us to our limits? For a lot of people, it's money or fame or adventure. But for Ishmael, and especially for Captain Ahab, oh, it's something way, way deeper. Something that gets to the very heart of what it means to be human. All right, so let's start with Ishmael. What's his deal? Why leave everything behind and head for the ocean? Well, it all comes down to his need to escape what he calls the universal thump. You know, he looks at life on land, and all he sees is a grind. Everyone's got a boss, everyone's getting ordered around. And get this, he doesn't go to sea like a tourist on a cruise. Nope. He signs on as a worker, a common sailor. He's basically trading one form of slavery for another, hoping the one at sea feels a little more real. And you see this huge contrast, right? Land versus sea. Land means being stuck, boxed in by social rules and these little daily humiliations. But the sea? The sea's different. It offers this scary, wild kind of freedom. You're not worried about your boss anymore. You're worried about the actual primal danger of nature itself. But before we dive headfirst into all the darkness and obsession, and trust me, there's a lot of it, Melville gives us this incredible anchor of pure human connection. Okay, so just picture this. You're Ishmael. You're in a strange town, the inn is packed, and you're told you have to share a bed with a stranger. And then your new roommate walks in, a guy from the South Seas, covered in tattoos, carrying a tomahawk, and you find out pretty quick, a bag of shrunken heads. Seriously. And the best part is the innkeeper's reaction. He just says this so casually, like, oh yeah, that guy, he sells heads around town, no big deal. You can just feel Ishmael's terror. This isn't just an awkward roommate situation. He thinks he's about to become the next head in the bag. But then something amazing happens. That absolute terror just melts away. And these two guys, Ishmael and Queequeg, from opposite ends of the earth, they form this deep, unbreakable bond. Their friendship is the beating heart of this story, and it's a little bit of warmth before things get very, very cold. So we found our bit of humanity. Now, the tone is about to shift, big time. It's time to meet the force that's going to threaten to tear it all apart. Captain Ahab. What's so cool is how we're introduced to him. We don't even see him at first. We just hear these whispers, these contradictory descriptions. He's educated, but he's also lived among cannibals. He's grand, but also ungodly. He's more of a myth than a man, a ghost haunting his own ship before he even steps on deck. And then, bam, he appears. And with one single fiery speech, he hijacks the whole voyage. This is no longer about business. He nails a gold coin to the mast and reveals the ship's real mission. Not profit, but pure, hell-bent revenge. And that is the core of the tragedy. Ahab's personal, maddening obsession, his monomania, becomes the destiny of every single person on that ship. It's a terrifying look at how one person's inner demons can just consume everyone around them. So why? Why is Ahab willing to sacrifice absolutely everything for this one animal? The answer isn't just in the whale, it's in its color. And this is where the story stops being an adventure and becomes a deep, philosophical dive. This is the key that unlocks the whole book. It's not just any whale, it's the white whale. And for Ahab, that whiteness is the source of all the horror in the universe. Okay, so let's break this down because it's a huge idea. For Melville, whiteness is scary because it's the absence of color. It's the color of nothing. It represents a blank, meaningless, godless universe. So when Ahab looks at Moby Dick, he doesn't just see the animal that took his leg. He sees a silent, empty cosmos staring back, a universe that couldn't care less about him. That whale becomes a symbol for all these terrifying ideas. Heartless voids, annihilation, a universe that's sick, like a leper. Ahab's quest isn't just about killing an animal. It's his one-man war against the horrifying possibility that behind everything, there's just nothing. A cold, white void. And he would rather die fighting that idea than accept it. So where does this epic showdown happen? In the perfect setting, a place as vast and uncaring as the ideas themselves, the open ocean. And this is the ultimate conflict right here. On one side, you have humanity. We think we're noble, that we have purpose. On the other side, you've got nature, raw, remorseless reality. And it does not care about our feelings or our sense of purpose. It operates on a whole different level. And Melville truly believes in humanity's worth. He sees this incredible, godlike dignity in everyone, not just captains, but in the common whaler doing his job. He sees a divine spark in every single person. But, and this is a massive but, all that nobility gets smashed against this brutal reality. It doesn't matter how grand your soul is or how strong your ship is. In the end, the sea doesn't care. As Melville puts it, the sea will insult and murder you. It always, always wins. And this all leads to one of the most haunting and beautiful metaphors ever written. This is Melville's take on the human condition. Inside every one of us, there's a tiny island of peace and joy. But that little island is surrounded on all sides by a terrifying ocean of chaos, both inside us and out in the world. So the book leaves us with this final, chilling piece of advice. Don't leave your island. Don't push off into the deep. Ahab pushed off. He sailed right into that abyss to confront the void. And his journey is a terrifying reminder for us. We all have our own white whales, our own voids we're afraid to face. So the question is, what do you do? Do you stay safe on your little island of peace? Or do you, like Ahab, push off?